We all heard about the bagel shop incident. The guy who goes in, he's yelling, screaming, being a mess. And then he mentions about being discriminated against on Tinder for being short. And I'm not going to go into all of what he said. You guys saw the video. It hit virality. But I want to transpose some things and transpose his race. And let's assume that this person is black. And we want to know, do black women discriminate against short black men? Now, I had a call-in show about this yesterday. People called in. They participated in it. It was an awesome dialogue. And there was a brother called the Hood Conservative. He says he's a shorter black man. He doesn't have those problems. He says, I'm a shorter man. I'm a good-looking guy. I don't have the same issues that you brothers have and all of that. Which is quite interesting rhetoric coming from a brother who is a little short, as he would say. But on average, if you are a short guy, what do you need to have to get black women's attention? Exhibit A is on my thumbnail. You see the one, the only, the highly talented Kevin Hart. I don't know. I think Kevin Hart is 5'2", 5'3". Kevin Hart comes from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. We all know about him. He's just sells out everywhere across the world. I'm pretty sure Kevin Hart will tell you that the women that he wanted to get with would not touch him. All right? It's not about him being ugly, not about him being corny or anything like that. But if he did not get to where he's at right now, he would not have beautiful, taller women. And Kevin Hart has a saying before he goes on stage, backstage, everybody wants to be famous and don't nobody want to put in the work. Now, let me have an honest conversation with you guys right now. And I want you guys to remember that saying, everybody want to be famous, but don't nobody want to put in the work. If you are a short dude, if you are an ugly dude, if you are a broke dude, or a combination of all three, and if you do not have above average personality, an above average social networking game, above, something that gives you an extreme advantage over normal people, it's over for you for the most part. All right? When it comes to dealing with hotter chicks. Now, let me talk about this guy. I don't know if the short guy in the bagel shop, if he's entitled, if he thinks that good-looking women should give him a chance, all of this. Here's the issue. If you're short, you need to be extremely, exceptionally talented at something. That's just the reality, okay? Especially in Black America, i.e. Kevin Hart, i.e. great comedian, great actor. Now, let's talk about some of the other communities. Asians, Indians, Arabs, certain Africans. A lot of Africans are short. If you go over to Uganda, you go over to Kenya, you might find here and there, but they're not as tall as African Americans. They're not as big either. Over in these places, being short is not really a big deal. Now, being height, a woman always requires that a little bit, but it's not of a big deal. In Black America, it's more of a big deal for you. I'm going to tell you why. It's a big deal because a lot of black women, in my opinion, they don't think that black men have a lot more to offer outside of their looks and, what they can do in the bedroom. All right? We don't have that culture of a short dad providing for the family like a lot of short Chinese people do. A lot of short other groups do. Okay, the short Indian guy who owns 3 or 4 7-Eleven, or the short Indian computer scientist, or the short Indian, the short fat Indian doctor. That's not us. All right, that's really not how we get down. A lot of so in order for a woman to really deal with you, if you're not really that way, usually you have to have something. Now, I know I'm gonna hear the other argument. Well, man, I mean, I got game. I'll just be hollering at chicks, man. They'll mess with me here and there. I mean, that's relatively true. But I'm gonna beg to differ. That listen, man, you're not getting the top chicks like that. All right, short dudes, if they don't have money, and if they don't have success, you're struggling. All right, you're dating whatever you can get, hoping that you can get it, and that's just really where you at. I mean, there's no way of getting around it, okay? Unless you dating Asian chicks or something like that, you interracially dating black chicks in Black America for the most part. If you have to give an incentive for people to deal with you, especially if they're like under 5'7", or God forbid, let's say you 5'1" or 2", Kevin Hart size. One thing that can make you taller, and I agree with Obsidian, is money. Is a lot of status. All right? And that's just the way it is. And the real sense of the word is that black women tend to be a lot more discriminatory against looks and height. That's just really what it is. Physicality for black women is something that they desire. Some black women, they will, can deal with a guy that got nothing to offer. But if that man is good looking, and if that man is tall, she can get props by dealing with a dude that look good. It's the same thing with black dudes. How many of us have stayed with a chick because she gives us some form of social validation? She might not have nothing going on for her, but because dudes, oh man, you got a bad one. Oh man, she thick. Man, she look good. Like, you really don't like her like that, but you might stay with her a little bit longer because the social validation that you get from her. It's almost like a woman who stays married to a guy that's a doctor or a lawyer. She really don't like him, really don't love him, but it's the social validation that comes along with being his wife. Or being his, so those are some of the things we're talking about. And unfortunately, I believe that it's true. All right. Well, we don't come from a culture that don't look at looks last. I mean, if you think about us, I went to Howard University for some time. Fashion is big. What you look like is a big deal. What you dress like is a big deal. African American culture, we're of a flow show culture. We care about the looks. We really like the we like the flash. And a woman that's taller than you, for the most part, she gonna need some incentive. Now let's talk about this too. There are women who are like short, 4'11". You might be 5'5". Now I am aware that you have women on dating apps who are short and will give you a height requirement. Yeah, I'm 5'1", but I only deal with dudes 6 foot and above. I know this is this sucks, right? I understand that dichotomy is there, but at the same time, until black men have a culture that, okay, I'm bringing this to the table. I know that I might be 5'3", 5'4", but we got a culture of, and guys, I think it's possible to do it. Doing things and being effective in other ways. I think we're gonna stay there, because the other groups, Indians, Chinese, Asians, stuff like that. It's some women, man, that won't date a short black man. I'm gonna say this right now. They'll date a short Asian man. See, for you, and I'm gonna say this, I probably should have this a little bit earlier. For you, you got to be tall. You got to be good looking. But the white guy don't got to be tall, okay? The Asian guy don't got to be tall. This is the reason why if a woman, dates interracially, you got to be fly as a black man. But the white guy could be busted, bottom shelf, Braddon, You know what I mean? Shout to the search for Hulu. So the other guy I see a lot of times that guys from other races, even in Africa, because African women like taller guys too. Short Indian guys can get with them all day long. Ain't no problem. You understand what I'm saying? Short Indian guys can get with them all day. Chinese guys shorter, no problem. For you? All right. But anyways, man, what you guys think? Are short black men discriminated against? Drop your messages, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell. Patreon.com/Negro Manosphere. Thank you guys for all the support. You know how we get down over here. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.